Thanks, Lars. I'd like to thank Lars Sullivan for being absolutely batshit fucking crazy for that opening to my video. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I know I said I was going to start uploading more frequently, but, the election happened, and I thought it was going to be one day, and then it turned into 5 days, and then Biden won, and Trump supporters are sad, so if you're a Trump supporter, I don't really fucking care. You're probably not going to watch my videos or like me anyway. Tonight, because of that, tonight I was going to review the NGI 2. Haven't had time to rewatch it yet. So I decided what I'm going to do is my top 9 favorite professional wrestlers not signed to WWE, AEW, or New Japan. So that's where some of these come in. Okay, to start, number 9 is a team some people may not be familiar with. It is Delmy Exo and Ashley Vox, Team Sea-Stars. They are currently the Shimmer Tag Team Champions. I saw them for the first time last year at Shimmer in Chicago. They're fantastic. I hope they get a big run. Ashley's actually had a little bit of a run in the NWA, and then I do believe had one match on Dark, AEW Dark. Number 8 is a guy, in my opinion, who should have been signed a long time ago. If he was just hitting the scene now, he'd be bigger than Blake Christian or Alex Zane or any of these guys. It's M-Dog Matt Cross. If you've been a fan of independent wrestling over the last 15, 20 years, you know exactly who Matt Cross is. He was actually in Backyard Wrestling 1 and 2. He was involved in the whole XPW, CZW war. But Matt Cross is still fantastic. I still get to see him every once in a while in Cleveland at AIW and at PCW. I hope with the way wrestling is exploding on television, somebody gives that man a contract because he fucking deserves it. Number 7 is one half of the two-time Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions of the North, Ethan Page, and Slash, his alter ego, the Karate Man. My brother and I are both prone to laughing pretty hard, but when we saw Ethan wrestle for AIW in Indianapolis at the Collective, he wrestled Tom Lawler, who would have been on this list, but I guess he's kind of contracted to New Japan now. I don't really know. But, yeah, I love Ethan Page. I have since the first time I saw him. He's fantastic. We'll get to the other half of the North here in just a little bit. Number 6 is the new Absolute Intense Champion, BDB, Big Dick Bishop himself, Joshua Bishop. That's not an official nickname. I just decided to give him that. This young man, I saw from the very first time, I saw his first, excuse me, I saw his first ever professional wrestling match, and I knew right away from the first time I saw him, I'm like, that dude is going to be a fucking superstar. I did not realize how much of a raving fucking lunatic he was going to become. But if you want to watch a death match, hardcore match done properly, which is what I like with a story and a build, go watch Matt Justice and Joshua Bishop from AIW at the Collective, Thunder in Indianapolis. That is a death match, a hardcore match, whatever you want to call it, done properly with a build. Speaking of that, I couldn't find room for Matt Justice on here, even though I do love Matt Justice. But yeah, he's another guy I think will probably get a chance here in the next year or so. Number 5, I can't curse anymore because I've allotted my swear passes for this video. Number 5 is Danhausen, who did recently just sign with Ring of Honor Hausen, so he does not get angry with me. Seems like he's going to see this. But when I first saw Danhausen, he wasn't what he is now. He was just a straight, I want to say he was almost like a mute or a mime. I'm not entirely sure. But he has progressively just developed his character. He's fantastic. I don't have the Rona, I promise. Allergies suck because the weather's changing. But he's progressively changed his character. I couldn't be more happy for him. He is legitimately one of the nicest human beings you'd ever want to meet. Polite guy, just no swearing or I'll get kicked off the YouTube air. Number 4 is a man that is not a polite individual. He is who he is. He is unabashedly that. It is MDK, the king of fucking everything, Nick Gage. When I first saw Nick Gage, I could not have cared for him less. I didn't get it because I thought he was only a deathmatch guy. I thought he could only do deathmatch wrestling. I quickly learned that is not the case. Nick Gage is actually a really good wrestler when he has to be. But he's the thing I like about Nick Gage, and the reason he's so high on this list is one, his wrestling ability. Number two is the fact that he could have quit at any time in the last 10 years. Just life in general. He could have fucking quit and gave up. He didn't do that. He says he does this for the fans. He'll do it as long as we want him to do it. Nick, we love you. Wait, that's V1. Murder, Death, Kill. The first time I met Nick Gage, I did this. He told me, oh no, bro, that's that fucking pussy shit. And then he corrected me, and I still do it, but I don't do it around him because he scares me. Number three is a guy that, had I done this a couple weeks later or a month later, might not have been on this list because I know AEW is real hot on his heels. He's got so many nicknames. He's the Eye Poke God. He's the Southern Psycho. He apparently is the last WCW television champion, I think, is what people call him. But Mance Warner, Mance was another guy I was not super impressed with the first time I saw him because I knew he had the reputation of being a deathmatch wrestler until I saw him actually wrestle. Excuse me, Mance is fantastic. If he gets these opportunities, which I really hope he does, he deserves them because he just busts his ass night after night after night. Was really hoping he'd become the GCW champion on Sunday, but Ricochet and Page pulled it out. Number two is a lady who the word pioneer is thrown around just in life too much, especially in professional wrestling though. And this woman, if you look up the definition of pioneer in the dictionary, that's what this woman is. She's really, as far as I know, and I may be wrong, somebody please correct me if I am, was one of the first major female wrestlers to do death matches. I think she might have even won King of the Death Match one year, or was at least in the finals. Sadly, she's kind of locked in Canada right now, but it's Lufisto. She's as badass a fucking person as you're ever going to see. I saw a match she had with John Thorne at AIW. She was supposed to wrestle Shayna Baszler. Shayna couldn't get there. Her and Thorne just beat the absolute fucking horse shit out of each other for about 10 minutes. I believe John Thorne said it's the sorest he's ever been after a match, and he's done no rope barbed wire. But yeah, Lufisto should have been signed a long time ago. I don't know. Again, she came about in an era of women's wrestling where it wasn't really necessarily about your skills in the ring. It was more so about how you looked. And Lufisto is not what the WWE prototype of a superstar is. She's rough. She's tough. I just use the worst cliche in the world, but that's what that woman is. I have nothing but the utmost respect for her. She was going to retire, but I think she might, once everything kind of gets back to normal, might go on her retirement tour. But yeah, I can't wait. I hope I get to see her wrestle in person again. But if not, it's been fun every time I've seen her. Godspeed, Lufisto. And number one, I talked about his tag team partner earlier. I've said for the last 2 or 3 years, I believe this guy is the best professional wrestler in the entire world. It's Josh Alexander. I fully expect him to be the Impact champion within the next year. I really hope we get a Ethan Page, Josh Alexander feud in Impact because I've seen him wrestle before and it's wonderful and fantastic and just amazing every single time. But yeah, in my opinion, Josh Alexander is the best professional wrestler in the world. You're not going to change my mind on that. You may disagree, but you know what? This is my list and my video, so I don't really fucking care what anybody's opinion is right now. But yeah, so that's my list of the top 9 professional wrestlers that are not signed to AEW, WWE, or New Japan. My next video I will sit down and be able to watch the NGI because I have a couple days off work. But I appreciate anybody who watches these. I've been going through somewhat of a rough patch personally the last couple weeks, and I'm going to toss out some names of people and content that have gotten me through that. I'm not going to talk about the situation because the girl knows what she did, and I don't really fucking care anymore. But I want to say thank you to Cultaholic. I want to say thank you to What Culture, because I've been watching the Adam vs. Adam series back almost the entire way through. Adam Bompier, Adam Pacitti, Ross Tweddle, King Ross, Sam Driver, Jack the Jobber. Those guys, like their stuff and their content, I've always loved, but it's really gotten me through the last couple of weeks. And I want to send a shout out to two of my friends, Justin Doan and Michael Porter, who work on a YouTube channel called Doan's PS2 Reviews. Please go check that out. Michael does a fact about each game. Go watch the Kung Fu Panda review. I've never laughed as hard as I did during that. But yeah, Doan's PS2 Reviews. I want to thank everybody for listening, and I will see you next time with my review of the Nick Gage Invitational 2. Thanks!